Good day, everyone. I will be your tutor for today, taking you AutoCAD. And for emphasis sake, we'll be using AutoCAD 2018. Though any version of AutoCAD can be used, they are all the same process, especially the version of between 2018 and below, up to around 2016, I think. Yeah, they are they are very similar. And from 2019 and above to the latest version, they are similar also, but just little differences. So, and I hope by the end of the session, we should be able to make and design simple architectural drawings. Example, let's see some of the drawings at least. By the end of the class, you should be able to produce something like this. These are the elevations. A complete working drawing, at least you should be able to do that. This something like this. This is the circular details, the floor plan, and the upper floor. This is the site plan, the four elevations, and the roof plan, which is this, and then the sections. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to design a simple working drawing like this. And first of all, once you install your AutoCAD, you can get it either by buying the disk and installing, or giving it to those that know about it to install for you. But most especially, they'll be installing the cracked version for you, which is still okay. So now, once you've installed it and launched it, you will be brought to this interface, which is the first interface of AutoCAD once you just install it. So let's quickly go through some of the functions, and then just to get to know ourselves, familiarize ourselves with AutoCAD interface. Now, first of all, once you open your AutoCAD, you're having something like this. This part here is indicating the works you've opened. But once it's showing this because I've done some work on it. Once you first launch your AutoCAD, these are the three drawings you'll be seeing. These three here. But once you start working on a project, then the rest will be showing here. So it's just more or less like a quick access for you to access your recent drawings and designs you made. So let's try to open a fresh page and familiarize ourselves with the interface. Now, once we come here, start drawing, it will take us to a blank page where we can now start our drawing. And on the blank page here, we are having the AutoCAD navigation where you can use to navigate through your work. This maybe you want to orbit, especially when you are doing 3D, you use this to orbit. And this to zoom in your work, zoom in or zoom out, or zoom, extend, zoom all. And this is pan to move your works. Maybe you want to move from one side to another side, you use this. And this also works the same, full navigation wheel. Once you click it, it will bring out a pop-up. You can be able to, this is the pop-up. You can be able to zoom, rewind, pan up, just more or less like all what we've explained here earlier. That's just how it works. And then if you should look up here, we're having our tabs, and each tabs houses our tools. The houses each of our toolbars, our tools. So we have the home tab, the insert, the annotate, the parametric view, manage, output, add-ins, and so on. They all have their different function. Each tabs have their different function. If you come under the home tab, we are having the draw tool, which we use to make our drawings. We used to draw and design. Under the next one, we have the modification tools, which we use to modify. Maybe you want to erase any of your work, you want to copy, move, just to edit, something like you want to edit or modify. And the annotation, maybe you want to check for dimension, you want to input your text, and so on. And the layers, the layers of each of the component of your drawing. You want to change the color, you want to change the thickness, you want to create layers and everything. And this you want to create a block and so on. The properties will indicate the properties of each of your components you are designing and so on. Now if you come here to the status bar, this is the status bar. Maybe you want to draw a straight line, you want to be sure it is straight, you have to on your polar or auto and so on. This grid and the snap and the rest. Maybe by the next lesson we'll talk fully on majority of the tools we are having. Though it's not all we use in drawing, but we use most of them, majority of them, yeah. So maybe in the next lesson we'll talk more about that. Today's this lesson is just for basically for introduction, and by God grace, by the next lesson we'll talk more and move deeper into the uses of each of the tools and the mouse, how to use the mouse to navigate. Because if you want to use AutoCAD, there's no how you have to get an external mouse because the system mouse will not be comfortable enough for you to use. So it's advisable, it is even the best option for you to get an external mouse and not any external mouse, that the mouse that has a scroll, the scroll button on top, so it will be easier for you to navigate through your work. So that's just a brief introduction on AutoCAD and its interface. And then AutoCAD learning is for everybody, not just for architects alone. Builders learn it. They even have to learn it because they will have to make design and redesign. Surveyors use it, quantity surveyors use it, mechanical engineers use it, civil engineers use it, structural engineers use it. So depending on your field of work under the environmental design occupation, they are all using it. So that will just be the end for today. And the next class will start to go deeper into the uses of the tools and the mouse function. And after that, we'll proceed in making our first drawing. Thank you. And we'll meet in the next class.